Hello everyone and welcome to the lightest car build ever in automation game. So as you have already seen on the title of the video, this is the lightest car I have ever built in automation game and exported of course to beamng.drive. So what you are seeing here is a tiny little car and the body of course it's very similar to the 65 Malush, or I don't know actually what year the Malush, the Polish car was made, but looks absolutely identical. Like the doors, for example, the hood, they are very identical. But I took the body, I gave it some modern touch-ups, and of course made it as light as possible because this is the smallest body in automation game. It's actually smaller than the Mini. That's why I've chosen it for this special build. So as you can see, we have 3 builds, but before we talk about them, of course I want you to enjoy the video. That's my #1 priority. Enjoy it, have fun, and if you have fun and enjoy it, of course hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course watch my previous videos because I have made some amazing and crazy replicas and cars and engines and a lot of crazy videos before. So watch them, enjoy, have fun, and tell me what do you think, of course, in the comment section. So let's start with the first version here because there has been some problems that I need to fix, and I fixed them by making 3 versions. So let's start with the white version. This one is called the Diet 200. Well, actually the red one is also called the Diet 200, but the difference between the white one and the red one is the rear suspension, because I made the car with every simple and every light material and every light of course part available in automation game. Like for example, the chassis is made from carbon fiber, the body is made from carbon fiber, the rims, the wheels are made from carbon fiber. So basically everything is extremely lightweight in this game, even the engine itself, because under the hood, under the rear mounted hood, what we have is a 203cc inline 3 engine. Not single overhead camshaft, not double overhead camshaft, not even direct acting overhead camshaft. No, it's running with overhead valve pushrod system because it's the lightest, and I'm running DFI individual throttle bodies because believe it or not, it's actually lighter than a single throttle body. I don't know how, but yeah, it's lighter. We have magnesium block, aluminum silicon cylinder head, billet steel crankshaft, titanium connecting rods, and of course lightweight forged pistons. But the power, because of the pushrod overhead valve system, the power actually peaks at 8,700 rpm, so I couldn't actually push it to 12,000 because it will be useless. All this extra rpm will be useless. So this is the engine. The engine of course is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. Everything is pretty normal, like McPherson strut front suspension. Like the interior is basic, no entertainment system, -15 quality, no safety equipment, -15 quality to make it as light as possible. But this version is using double wishbone rear suspension, not McPherson strut. Yes, I know that the McPherson strut is much lighter, like 6 kilograms difference between double wishbone and McPherson strut, but there was a little problem. I had to choose between small tires and small rims and the rear suspension, the McPherson strut, because putting, as you can see, tiny wheels and tiny tires on the rear mounted McPherson strut made the car to behave weird. The car just it's like floating. It turns on its own in beamng.drive. I mean, even when you are stopping and pushing the brakes, the car is just moving. I don't know why is that possible. I tried many other test tracks and didn't work. So what I did is I've chosen double wishbone rear suspension. Yes, that made it like extra 6 kilograms heavier, but with tiny small rims and tires made the difference. So yeah, I had to choose between both of them. The second version, which is the red one here, it's the same. It's the 200 version Diet, but the difference here is we have McPherson strut rear suspension. But to make it work and make the car stop floating, I had to put bigger rims and tires. So the way that I actually, I saved with the rear suspension, I actually added it with the rims and tires. So basically, both these cars, the white one and the red one, has very similar total weight of, give me some drum rolls, although I don't know how to use them, but yeah, 253 kilograms. I'm not kidding, 253 kilograms. This is the total weight of the whole car. Absolutely featherweight. 250 kilograms. I mean, I made engines, standalone engines that are actually heavier than the whole car. Absolutely beautiful. So these are the first two versions. Now the black version here, it's called the Diet 270. The reason for that is under the hood or under the bonnet, I took the best things, like for example double wishbone rear suspension and big rims and tires to make it grippy. And of course I ditched the inline 3 engine for a 270cc inline 4 engine with 12,000 RPM limit, and the power peaks at 11,700. So this is a beautiful, extremely high revving engine that sounds like a true super bike, but of course it's extremely slow. Has the same chassis, the same body, the same brakes. As you can see, the tiniest brakes ever, and I'm using 0 brake pads actually, not because they won't actually affect the weight, no, but I didn't need to put more than 0 pad type, because this thing is extreme lightweight. So what do you think the difference between the normal 200 versions and the 270 versions? Well, I will tell you. The black version with a bigger engine and heavier rear suspension and big rims and tires weighs, I don't know how to use the drum rolls, but 271 kilograms. That's the difference. Let's see, 253, 271. Like 16 extra, or 17, 18, whatever. So yeah, that's the difference. I will do the math later, because when I'm recording and I can't actually focus on two things. So yeah, I'm not actually a multitask person. So yeah, I made the black version is my absolute favorite one, because it drives absolutely beautiful and it sounds like a crazy car. But those two cars up front are the lightest car I've ever built in automation game. So let's start with the white one and see how it will actually drive. But since these cars are extremely loud, I mean really loud, I'm not gonna talk during the driving, because well, you can't hear me. I can't just lower the volume. You need to hear the engine. So yeah, I'm gonna just shut my mouth when I'm driving the cars, and we can speak about them after the driving is finished. All right. Alright, so as you have seen, I've changed my mind on the Atlanta circuit because or the Atlanta Road circuit because that is a very long circuit, and with these slow cars it will take forever. I mean really forever, like 3 minutes or 2 minutes 50, 2 minutes 40, something like this, to get those cars around the Road Atlanta circuit. So I took them here to the handling circuit in automation test track because it's a small compact circuit that has no straight lines, just bends and corners, because these cars are perfect just for cornering, not for straight line performance. So as we have seen, of course, the biggest engine, which is the black version or the 270 version, has won the challenge, because, or not the challenge, has won the quickest time here with, of course, 1 minute 29.813, because it's really it's much quicker. The suspension is better, the tires are better, and of course the engine is bigger, producing more power, and it's extremely, and I do really mean extremely loud. I mean, it's like super bike loud exhaust system. I mean, really that sound is just obliterating. But unfortunately it's not really quick. Yes, it screams hard, but I mean it goes nowhere. It's really slow. But compare the black version or the 270 to the white and the red version, it's like a Lamborghini Aventador compared to those two. I mean, this thing drifts, slides over and power slide, but those two are just very tiny, very slow. And the gearbox is just absolutely heavy for the engine because the engine is so tiny. I mean, the gearbox ratios are the best thing possible for these tiny engines, but it's still not enough, unfortunately, because automation game, I mean, does not support tiny gearbox ratios for tiny engines like these. So that's the best I can actually get with those, you know, in the current automation version. So alright, so we have talked about the black version. Now let's talk about the white version, which is the first car that I did the lap with. That car is good, it's not really bad, but I mean you can actually feel the cheapness in the McPherson struts rear suspension. I mean, it's not really good. Yes, it's lighter than the double wishbone, but it doesn't really perform as good as the double wishbone. I mean, the red version, the double wishbone on it, I mean, yes, we have tiny rims and tires, but this thing is just so much fun to drive. It grips on every corner. I mean, you can just drive it and have fun with it, and you know, not using the brake at all, because, well, there's no power in the engine, so you don't need the brakes, and it's really fun. It grips to the road, drives really awesomely, and it's really fun. But the white version, it's good, it's not boring, but it lacks the fun in the red one, and that, I think, because of the rear suspension. The McPherson strut, yes, it's lighter, but it's rubbish as a rear suspension. It's very good for a front suspension. I mean, I'm using the McPherson strut on all three cars on the front tires, but on the rear tires, no, it's not really great. Yes, it's lighter, but it's not really great. And as you can see, the white version, which is the slowest one, got around the track here with 1 minute 40 exactly, 1 minute 40.0 exactly, which is awesome, an awesome time, but it's a slow time. The red one got around the track here with 1 minute 37.319. As you can see, 3 seconds difference, and I can see why. It's much controllable, it's much more fun, and it's really awesome. But of course, the black version, which is my favorite, the sound of the engine, the drivability, the gearbox ratio, everything is beautiful with this car. And I did 1 minute 29. I mean, you can see the difference here. So which one of those three cars is your favorite version? Tell me in the comment section below, and why would you prefer it? And is there do you have any favorite part of this video that you really like? I would also love to see that in the comment section. So before we end the video, let me just make you hear the sound of the 270 version again. Listen. Wow, what a beast. Now let's go to the white version, which is the 200. it's much quieter. Revs only to 9,000 RPM. Now the red one, although it has the same engine, but who knows? Same. Beautiful. So again, tell me which one of those three beasts is your favorite version. These three cars are available on my Patreon page for download. If you want to download them, the link in the description below. And by downloading these three cars, you will be supporting the channel and supporting the next video. And I will be really thankful, and I will mention your name in the next video as a thank you note. Of course, if you enjoy it, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course watch my previous videos because we have made some crazy creations before, and I'm not gonna stop making crazy creations in automation game. So thank you to, I forgot, whoever requested this video, because the whole inspiration of this video was a comment that I received this morning when I opened my computer. So I'm gonna write his name. Thank you so much for the dude who requested this video, and thank you so much guys for watching. I'm going to see you very soon, and goodbye for now, my friends.